Hello, wherever you may be. Um, I have some thoughts that have been on my mind recently, and I'd like to share them with you. And I hope if you're watching this that you're a traditional Orthodox Trinitarian. So um, um, I guess what I should say is that I'm not a Mormon and I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. In fact, at the present moment, I don't belong to any church. And that's okay with me. And I want to, if you read the scriptures, and I'm going to assume you're a sincere person, you know, in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, you don't see Jesus being portrayed as God. You see it in the book of John. And if you're a searching person, you really have to give some um, consideration and the scripture that is usually the one that's used the most to prove that Jesus is God is John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And then later it goes on and it says that the Word became flesh. And and if you're a traditional Orthodox Trinitarian, you believe that. And you've been taught that. Your pastor probably went to seminary school and he was taught that. And but there really is something wrong with that translation from the Greek. It wasn't translated properly. And that's something you need to consider. And uh, Wikipedia has a pretty good discussion of the topic. And most frequently, and probably the best translation from the Greek is that in the beginning was the Word was with God, and what God was, the Word was. And that doesn't say the same thing. And that does the New English Bible that says that. And there's other translations that say similar. And it's really it's unfortunate. And I think we have to really want to know what the truth is. And if you look at that and you look how that's been translated and you look at it honestly, it does not support the translation and that and the word was God. And there's a lot of Bible scholars that are saying that. And so you need to consider that. And let me tell you what will happen if you look at it honest and you're honest with yourself and you ask God to show you the truth, what's going to happen is that you're probably, if you're an Orthodox Trinitarian Christian, um, you're gonna lose all your friends, and they're going to tell you that they won't listen to what you say. It's contrary to what they've been taught and they believe, and they're probably even going to tell you you're not a Christian and you're not a brother. They may even tell you you're going to hell for believing the truth. That's very unfortunate. So I'm not going to try and convince you of anything, but I'm going to put some links down there and you can consider what the authors have to say. So, and I'll just point out two things. The book of John, which is the book that's used to say that Jesus is God, it has a section in it that says what the purpose of the book is. And the purpose, because the author says so, the purpose of the book of God is that you would believe in Jesus, the Son of the living God. It does not say that the purpose of the book of John is to get you to believe Jesus is God. It doesn't say that. It says the purpose of the book is that you might believe that Jesus is the Son of God. So that's all I have to say on the subject. And you put your comments down below and say I'm not a Christian and that whatever you want to say, I don't really care. But I'm going to say it, tell it the way it is, and you know, and God bless.